Well, today we're going to be looking at something a little bit rare. This is an item that was included in, of all things, an Easter egg. So I think it was the 1982 Doctor Who Easter egg that was released, which I did have at the time. These are my original transfers, but this is not my original book. This only turned up today. So yeah, an Easter egg came out in 1982, back when you used to get sort of film-themed Easter eggs, and it was an Easter egg in a cardboard TARDIS, quite a nice model of TARDIS, and it was infamous because they'd put like a little cardboard cutout of Peter Davison on it, and you could move it. So there's a little tab there, you can move Peter Davison in and out of the TARDIS door, and when you positioned him in a certain way, it looked like there was a jet of fire coming from his crotch area. So I don't think it went down too well. But yeah, I think they were very popular. I think the following year they did a Dalek one, but it didn't have any little transfers in. And so the gimmick in this one was that you got this free little transfer set. And as you know, I love Letraset transfers. I don't know whether these are made by Letraset. There's no actual copyright on these items other than the Linstead estate, or Linstead Enterprises, which is the estate of Terry Nation, which is they own the copyright, presumably because of the Dalek. It doesn't even it lists the BBC as well, but it doesn't list Letraset, which is unusual because they have done Doctor Who Letrasets before. Obviously there was a big action transfer set in the 70s with Tom Baker, and then also Doctor Who Weekly gave away with the first 4 issues some Letraset sets, but Letraset sets, that's hard to say that, normally have Letraset on them somewhere, like these do. You can see it says just there. These are lovely, really nice Dave Gibbons artwork. Lovely T-Rex, or some monster pretended to be a T-Rex. Lovely TARDIS one. So yeah, so they have done they have done transfers before. These are very high quality, but the drawings I don't think are up to normal Letraset, although Letraset did get a bit cheap towards the end, so it might be. But basically what you did, you had this little fold out book, and not many of these seem to have survived. I don't know where mine went, I'm not sure. This one's got a little bit of edging on it, so that, yeah, Linstead Park. Oh, it might have been 83 then rather than 82. So you get your instructions, which are, again, makes me think it's Letraset because they're very similar to the Letraset, the way they did it, the same fingers and everything. So basically you would peel off the backing paper, place the transfer where you want it, rub it over with a pencil or a pen, peel away the backing film, and the picture would be stuck to the image. So this one is Doctor Who's Little Book of Villains. Oh, it's a planet, I wonder what that was. So you can see it's Peter Davison, you've got Anthony Ainley as Master, quite a nice drawing, not so good Dalek. That looks like one of the talking Daleks, I bet that's what they've drawn it from. Nice TARDIS, and then this folded out. It was a very simple idea. Oh, come on. Delicate, it's getting on a bit, isn't it? 40 years old. So you get a little story. The TARDIS materialised, carrying the Doctor and Tegan onto a strange galaxy. Onto a strange galaxy. What? Onto a strange planet. Onto a strange galaxy known as Letraset. Which, total backwards, does that mean anything? Was this planet, well, it says a galaxy, not a planet. Was this planet the farthest outpost of the Guardians of Tist? Possibly. An evil master. Within milliseconds of landing, that's quick. How did they know that the TARDIS had landed in milliseconds? The TARDIS surrounded by Daleks and the Guardians. I bet you're wondering who the Guardians are. We'll find out. Could they have known the Doctor was about to arrive? They're drawing me in because they already knew. So you get some little scenes, and the story continues. So look. His thought projections could be picked up and unscrambled, but only by a few. One of these being the Master. The Doctor evaded capture and made for a cave, only to find it contained a... Okay, sorry, I'm having trouble reading it because my light's so bright. The Doctor evaded capture and made for a cave, only to find it contained a wonderfully concealed inner city. Okay, not very concealed, we can see it. The hum of the power source attracted him further into the depths of the corridor. Well, hums of power source do attract the Doctor. Slam! Slam! An airlock door closed behind him, and there, seated on his elevated control console, was the Master. It had all been a carefully laid plan. The Doctor was trapped. How's he going to get out? Good morning, said the Doctor. It's a lovely day again. And outstretched his hand to the Master. But instead of shaking his hand in greeting, he quickly pressed the linear activator on the armrest. What? There is no linear activator on that. That looks like an office chair. In Graham Garden's computer. Oh, hang on. This is getting good. He quickly pressed the linear activator on the armrest, causing beams of Megalon light. Megalon. It's Godzilla's friend. Or enemy. To flash and strobe, causing utter confusion and alarm. Well, it would, wouldn't it? The door to the TARDIS opened. Tegan stepped inside. The Doctor, covered in dust, holding his crumpled hat and smiling, said, I've just met an old friend. Sorry you couldn't be there. So what? Tegan wasn't with him then. And moved towards the controls, saying, where would you like to go next? Well, she hasn't seen anything. She was presumably left outside a cave. And then on the other side, you've got panels where you can put your villains, because it's Doctor Who's little book of villains. So we've got space for a Guardian of Tist. A large, badly tempered anthropoid that emits a deadly particle ray, is that a Megalon ray? From its single jaw opening. Stands 8 foot tall, but moves slowly. Useless. A Dalek, the most notorious of all the Doctor's adversaries. Yeah, the Daleks are in this, they didn't do anything. Sworn to avenge the many problems he's caused them. Over many time warps. I get the feeling whoever wrote this hasn't seen the show. A Marsh Cripson. An evil creature similar to an octopus, but covered in spines, so not very similar to an octopus, and much more deadly, most at home on swamp planets. Would be, presumably. A Ledom, which is model backwards. Does that mean anything? A terrifying droid with advanced weaponry and ability to crush an enemy with its massive hydraulic claws. I dig it. So, do you want to see what these creatures look like? So, you also got Letraset sheets of, you got a panel for each creature, so you're meant to rub them down there. So that's a Guardian of Tist, and he would go there. And then you had a Dalek, and that's the best one. Look at that. That's a nice illustration of a Dalek. And that would get rubbed down there. And then you've got that thing that's meant to look like an octopus, but with spikes, did it say? Spines? It's got a sexy eye, isn't it? Ooh. Coquettish. Yeah, it's not very good, is it? It can go there. And then we've got, this is a Ledom warrior in what looks like comfy shoes with big claws. So, I mean, not a lot of thought put into them, but they got a Dalek, that's where all the money went. And then, so you rub them down on that side. Let's just move them a second. And then to create your adventure on the other side, you get some 3 panels of, and you can put these anywhere you want to make the story. Look at Tegan. Shot in the back. The Doctor, not bad. I mean, the Master's not great, and a Dalek. So I suppose you'd do things like, so there's the Master on the seat. You would rub him down there, and do the Doctor, like that finger action. You could go whoop and press that button. So what other ones did we get? So you got a little TARDIS. So you could put that. I suppose you could put that in space, or you could put it on the desert. You got the Doctor being athletic. You got one of them Tisty boys. That's actually, it's just a reverse of that drawing, isn't it? Well, no, it's slightly different. Now, so these are copyright 1982, but the booklet's copyright 1983. And then the third panel you get. So you get the Doctor coming out the TARDIS. So I suppose that's the only TARDIS we've got. You could put him in there, and then I suppose Tegan talking to him. And then you've also got some explosions, a couple of Daleks, ratty looking Daleks, another one of those Tisty guys, and another TARDIS taken off. So I suppose you could put the TARDIS, I suppose you could actually have the TARDIS landing on one of these. So the idea was you made your little story, ate your chocolate egg, and probably by about tea time on Easter Sunday you would have chucked it all away. Probably what happened to loads of them. Or normally what happens is people use ballpoint pens to rub these down, and it causes indentations and ruins it all. It just breaks the transfers up. But let's go to the other side. But yeah, so I'm glad to get this now. I did miss out on an Easter egg box, but they seem to go for silly money. But I'm glad I've got this, because I've had these are my original transfers that I never used, because I bought 2 eggs because I was clever. But I managed to lose the paperwork, so I got that today, got off eBay. Very reasonable price, so that's going to go in the collection. If you want to see more things like this, I've got an absolute shed load of Letraset free gift things from various Shredders, Galactica, Superman. If you want to see any more of those, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, it helps the channel out. And thanks for watching, I'll see you again next time. Thanks then, bye.